Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Hayes checking in. First and foremost, I want to make sure that everyone's doing okay. You're safe, you're healthy, you're following the social distancing and staying at home rules that will help us get through this as quickly as possible. I know it's a tough time for everyone, very unprecedented, but we'll get through this and we're going to do our best to finish out the school year the best way that we can. So that's number one. I wanted to check in just to give you guys an update on what the plan is for ELA moving forward as we begin virtual learning pretty quickly here. The rollout of this new technology is going to be a bit difficult for teachers and students initially, but we'll get the hang of it together. We're going to begin next week, which would have been the week we returned from spring break, with a couple of lessons on Google Classroom to finish up your historical fiction letters. There's three revising lessons that I would like to go through. What I've done is created slideshows for each of those, and I have done some audio recording in the background. So I'm talking through my slides just like we would if we were in class. And I will begin posting those Wednesday, April 1st. In addition, Thursday, April 2nd, and Friday, April 3rd will also be revising lessons. And then, as you know, your historical fiction letters are due on that Friday, April 3rd. I will then grade those the next 5 days or so until grades are due for quarter three. Then we'll finally be able to move on to something different. While we've had to change a lot in terms of our curriculum with regards to Romeo and Juliet, which we will not be able to do online, we do have uh, some of the same routines in place that we would have done in class. So we try to keep things as normal as possible. And the first step towards that is we will be doing work around an independent choice book. It can be whatever genre that you want. The next 2 weeks, starting March 30th. My expectation for you is that you are reading 30 minutes per night of that independent choice book. I know a lot of you have books at school. Please, 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 please use Sora if you're familiar with that, which a lot of you should be. You can also reach out and email Mrs. Khatib if you have questions about that. But there's a way for all of you to get a book online, or some of you may have great books at home that are available to you. You can ask your parents. But I would like everyone to have a book that they are reading on their own every day for 30 minutes, starting Monday, March 30th. We will then use that independent book the first full week of April when we're really rolling out the new Canvas program and the technology around that. And we will be doing some work around that independent book. So please make sure you have that book chosen and you've made some progress in it so you're prepared for that point. So that's pretty much where we're headed. We will have a round of LDGs coming up. The first full week we're on Canvas, so I believe that is around April 13th or so to double check that date. But we're working on being able to get those books to you online so you have a choice among a number of different titles. They'll be around realistic fiction. They're books that have worked well in the past. So we will be using Canvas to do some discussions around that. But speaking of discussions, I will be available at any time when we start to roll out Canvas and use that. I will be available for office hours. 1 hour in the morning at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., then another hour in the afternoon from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I will be at my computer that entire hour. So if anyone has any questions, they want to email me or do a little video conference using like Google Hangouts or Zoom, which is really easy to use. Uh, Feel free to ask me to do that. I'd be happy to see you. It'd be nice to actually talk to you a little bit face to face. And even beyond that, if you are thinking that you may want to talk about a book, you may want to talk about what's going on in the world right now, whatever it may be, I will be here. It'd be really nice to be able to see your faces and talk to you again, just like we would if we were in the classroom. So that's pretty much all from me. The main kind of important takeaways here: number one, continue to stay healthy and follow those protocols. I know it's hard being inside this long, but we hope that we can obviously shorten this as a society as much as possible. So sacrificing now, hopefully pay off later. And number two, we will be starting again with some school related activities coming up. Please, if you haven't done already, let me know which historical fiction letter you'd like me to revise. There's a Google form on Classroom about that. In addition, we'll have 3 mini lessons around revision April 1st through the 3rd. And the following week, we will be doing some work with our independent book and beginning Canvas. So please have an independent book that you are reading and frankly moving along and maybe in the middle of by the time we start that week and that work online. So hopefully you all had a chance to see this. You kind of know what's going on moving forward. Email me if you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And as we get more familiar with this technology, hopefully we can do some more around it and still have a good end of the school year. Not what we all planned, but we'll make the best of it. So hope everyone's doing okay, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.